Let's do one more chapter before we wrap up for the night. I'm hungry. I'm hungry for it. I'm starving. You gotta play hungry, you know? Okay. Electride. I didn't even have a cold open. Which they usually do.
Last night, a murdered woman's body was found. As for the woman's identity, we're stumped. Kanako Sugaya, Natsuki Shimizu, Haruo Kuzunaga, Kaori Kumai, Genako Sudo, Sawako Tokunaga, Mai Natsuyaki. When we tried to work out her identity, all these IDs came up.
Was she a spy or something?
We asked the government to check her out, but none of these IDs produced a match.
We don't have a single clue.
We do have a clue. These aren't this woman's only IDs. Her identity is hidden somewhere and it hasn't come to the surface. Hidden? You don't think she was a diver, do you? This woman may lead us to the divers. And possibly to Kurumizawa himself.
Kurumizawa?
Yeah, but this is just my own personal theory. The divers are amazing weapons, and the client of the 25th Ward, who developed these weapons, worried about their controllability. The demand for divers in a war zone would be unfathomable, so they put everything they had into development. Then they developed another weapon for the purpose of subjugating the divers. The observers. Chief, isn't that a bit far-fetched? I can't really keep up. The divers were a part of national policy. Put simply, they're human weapons. The next product after the divers was the observers.
That's ridiculous.
What's ridiculous is the 25th Ward's establishment as an independent state. There aren't many ways for a tiny independent state to survive. So they relied on munitions. The Postal Federation was just window dressing to get buyers into the shop.
Have you checked this explanation out?
As I mentioned, it's just speculation.
That's nonsense. It's really ridiculous, but it just might be on point.
Yeah, I think so too. If Akuma says so, then it may be true.
So basically, we need to figure out where this woman came from, right?
Yeah, this case has roots. But those roots are extremely deep.
Sounds good. Deep roots are the best kind.
Don't underestimate this stuff, Shinko. This is a dangerous case. It may go beyond the jurisdiction of the HC unit. Do you still want to take this one on?
Totally.
It's connected to Jabroni's disappearance. Are you still sure you want in?
Like I said, I'm totally down. It's got nothing to do with Jabroni, but we're in too. Right?
If Akuma's in, then I'm in too. Well, this is gonna turn into all-out war. This woman's final ID is Yuki Ishimura. Start there. Akuma and Aoyama, you find her identity. Shinko and Uehara, you guys go after the perp. I'll work on my own.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
That is all. Now get to it.
Oh, now we're back to playing as Uehara, huh? Chief, do you have a second?
Sure.
It's, a bit hard to talk about, but I thought I should tell you.
What?
It's about Jabroni.
Did you find him?
Yes. He was actually spotted in the field.
Where?
Near the body. He was behaving really strangely.
Got it. Who else knows?
Just me. I haven't told anyone yet.
I'll go after Jabroni. Don't say anything to Shinku just yet.
Understood. But Chief, please be careful. Jabroni isn't who he used to be. He seemed filled with his bloodlust.
I see. Then I'll have to deal with him myself.
Please don't do anything rash.
Now is the time to be rash. Focus on your investigation and don't worry about me. Got it?
Yes.
National Reformation. That sort of chicanery will no longer fly. Further advancement for citizens and defense measures for the protection of citizens. The days are numbered for the government which bows down to its neighbors and courts only power and influence. As an independent state, it's time for us to shape up and strive for perfect administration. Perfect public order, perfect education, perfect industry, and perfect defense. We shall not rest in our efforts to provide and sustain the highest echelon of metropolitan life, now and forever. What we must strive for is not reformation of the nation, but eradication of the specter we know as the state. In this next term, the 25th Ward will make apparent our intentions to become a truly independent community. This is where the real battle will begin. Please lend your support to the Mikoshiba campaign to lead the 25th Ward to victory. I will not fail to elevate us all to the next stage. Help me to help the 25th Ward realize a revolutionary kind of community never before achieved. Send your votes to Mikoshiba. Each and every vote has meaning. Mikoshiba will ensure that your votes, that your voices will be heard. Every vote counts. Every vote has meaning. Let Mikoshiba show you how meaningful your voices are.
Hey, it's Agent 47.
Here, have one meaningless ass vote. Calm down there, jabroni. Chief, you're looking well. Go back. I can't go back anymore. I came into contact with Kurumizawa. You met him. So what? Don't let a dead man dictate your life. Dead man? You mean Kurumizawa? Yeah, he doesn't exist. Yes, he does. I absorbed him, so he's alive inside me now. So I've just gotta kill you then. Please don't. I've still got things I have to do. What you have to do is investigate. Investigators investigate. Does your job description include being a terrorist? No, Chief. I am following up on the case. In my own way, I'm going all in on this torrid, dark case triggered by Kurumizawa. And in doing so, I've traced it all the way to the mayor. But I'm not going to kill the mayor, so please don't worry. Jabroni, are you still sane? My form may change, but my nature remains as it was. I'm still a detective. Not a bad way of putting it. So, Chief, please allow me a bit more time to move freely. I get the feeling that this case can't be cleared without me. Okay, but I have one condition. What is it? Just don't die. I mean it. Of course. I'm actually still a virgin. So until I take care of that, you know. I see. Well, in that case, you certainly can't just up and die yet. Alright then, come back alive. Thank you.
Alright. I can't die yet, I'm still a virgin, so like, you know. Gotta solve that before I'm allowed to die. This is the apartment complex she lived in. And those apartments you can see off in the distance, that's where Kurumizawa planted his roots. What do you think, Uehara? Can you read into it? You really are the silent type, aren't you? Whatever. I guess we gotta just investigate the shit out of this place. Let's split up. You check all the apartments in this building. Listen. You're gonna need to do legwork and check every nook and cranny. These are the fundamentals of investigation. It's a bitch, but it works. Uehara, get out there and investigate your ass off. If you see anything suspicious, contact me right away. There are no hints in investigation. Check everything. Oh, great. Checking. Your identification has been confirmed. My apologies. Please proceed. Okay. So now we are playing as Uehara alone. I'm so curious about that stuff earlier on where that guy was kind of contracting him to become a Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? We're gonna be here for a bit. Oh, fuck. Who are you? Yuki Ishimura isn't here. Please stop showing up like this. It's extremely troublesome. I don't mind putting a curse on someone, but I simply don't have the power to make someone disappear. If it's about Ishimura, please speak with Kaori Kumai. Those two used to work together, so that could be a good place to look. Whatever they were doing was apparently secret, and they wouldn't tell me, but... Wasn't Kaori... one of her IDs? Ah, oh, fuck. Gonna have to do legwork. All right. Let's ring every doorbell. Is there anything else I could do? Nope. There's gotta be some trick to this, right? Oh, this doesn't loop back around, does it? I was hoping it did. Oh, maybe I was supposed to keep bothering that first, dude. I don't know. I mean, the fact that Kuroyanagi literally said, hey, this is gonna suck, would kind of lead me to believe that it's not gonna be that simple, right? Or maybe it does loop back around. But I don't think the game would try to brace me for no reason. Unfortunately. But I will try and go back and talk to that person. Great. Good. No, I think this is a different apartment. Because Kuroyanagi said that the building you see in the distance is the one where Kurumizawa established his roots, which that one is the first apartment that we were in. Yeah, I love when even a guide says something is gonna suck. It wouldn't even surprise me if, like, they randomly generated correct options. Well, I mean, I am starting to feel like it might just be, like, one room on each floor. Until I get... Kyari... Am I wasting my time looking at all the rooms on this floor? Tell me that. Okay. That's all I need to know. So is there one room per floor then? Not per floor. Is it per 10 floors? That's a lot less writing that they would have to do. Oh my god. Okay. I think if we don't get dialogue on the... Oh. Yes? Kumai isn't here. You're a detective. You know that she was killed, don't you? Why are you here? Everything ended with her death. Please leave. Wait. A woman named Sawako Tokunaga. After meeting Tokunaga, Kaori changed. She became a different person. She started wearing weird makeup and really strange eyeliner. It was like she was trying too hard to look sexy. She was such a plain girl. What was she doing? That's about all I can tell you. Okay, I'm gonna say that we're done. I know about them. I know their secret. It has to do with the customs of this town. Codes that outsiders wouldn't understand, or like boundary lines. They wanted us to set up their own special territory, I guess. Yuki Ishimura, Kaori Kumai, and Sawako Tokunaga were members of the Even Numbers Club. It was a group of people whose apartment numbers all consisted of even numbers, apart from 0. They used the town's public space as their headquarters. Like, secretly though, you know? As for these 3, in the back of the relaxation room, there's a dead-end hallway. There was their hallowed ground. It was like there was some sort of magnetic field, like an invisible force field, or something, preventing other people from entering. Yuki Ishimura and Sakawa Tokunaga were also members of another group as well. The Corner Room Syndicate. Their apartments were corner rooms, so the prices were higher than other apartments. That's like a status symbol in this town. Kaori Kumai must have been lonely, but what's strange is that Kaori Kumai was also a member of yet another organization. It's called the Earth Federation. It's composed of residents living in the single-digit floors between 2F and 9F, which are closest to the ground. After meeting Genko Suda in the Federation, Kumai changed somewhat. Just a little bit. She wasn't able to eat ginger, but she became able to eat it. And okra, too. I have no idea why or how. Maybe she suddenly got really into vegetables? She probably had a little garden on her balcony, found a tiny bit of happiness. Searched for recipes on the internet and spent her days cooking them up. Warming up her household. I can't tell whether it was Genko Sudo that was making her happy or what. Even numbers, not including 0. In the first 9 floors of the building. And the other ones have corner rooms. But we're looking for... I think the guide might not know that it's like the first room on each distinct floor that you go to. We're gonna have to go back to the second floor and then fully investigate that second hallway. Which is kind of unfortunate. This is gonna suck. Yeah. Yeah, because I went to... Yeah, I went to 2017, 3017, and... Oh, wait. I feel like it was always the first door on the right on each floor. So, like, it's probably just, like... always the first door that you interact with. Unless I just got really lucky, but I don't think that's the case. It said something about the end of the hallway, too. A dead-end hallway, but I don't know where the relaxation room is. Or if that's even relevant for the time being. Either way, that was a big hint that the game gave me. I think what we'll do once we're done fully going through this, the even numbers on this floor, is we will go to the 5th floor, see if we can get a new dialogue there, and see if that can, like, eliminate more of the rooms. Because there's the possibility that there's, like, further, narrowing down. Suda is one of those game designers that loves wasting the player's time, but there is a certain level where, well, I was gonna say there's a certain level where it gets a bit much, but this game has 100 endings explicitly to waste the player's time, so. I wish I could move multiple sections at once. Okay. So if we don't get additional dialogue on 5, I will go back down to check out the second half of the area. And then we'll have to go through 3. I'm Suda. How can I help you? Ah, I see. It's so sad losing her. I have nothing now. There's nothing left in my heart. Oh, about the neighbor? Genko and Kumai were close. They were always talking about bringing things up into space. By space, they meant the top floor. Apparently they worshipped Yuki Ishimura, who lives up there. Kanako Sugaya, who was called the Home Garden Monster, was also really enamored of the top floor. Now I feel like having the recipes evaluated up on the top floor was pretty much what they live for. But I don't want to badmouth anyone. I feel like Natsuki Shimizu and Haruhi Kusunaka had something to do with Genko's murder. This is just a hunch, but I feel something really dangerous about those two. It may just be my mistake, though. Oh. Well, that was a pretty big fucking hint. Alright. So corner room, even number. So this? Wait. So like this. Wait, no. How do you get a corner room that's an even number? Right here. Then there should be another one here. Because now we're looking for Yuki Ishimura's room, and she's a member of the Even Numbers Club and the Corner Room Club. Man, I was sure this was right. Damn it. How about the ones at the end of the hall? When they say corner room, do they mean like these corners? Or would they mean corners of the building, which would be like the farthest rooms? That is even numbered. Well, fuck. Man, they didn't even give me a hint. Going to 6. Are you a detective? What a coincidence. A detective was just here earlier. Said they were looking for Haruwe and Natsuki. So you're looking for them too? They're real harpies. Natural-born harpies. Committing insurance fraud and acting as middleman for new illegal drugs. They were even selling them too. They had a shop where they sold cell replication enzyme water, you know? I guess they had a lot of clout and were pretty clever. And they were pretty threatening too. They were really in the shit. But usually doing that sort of business, people start talking at some point, right? But you never heard rumors about them. It's strange. By the way, maybe the day before they disappeared, Haruwe and Natsuki were uncharacteristically scared, saying they'd been called up to space. Looks like not even those two could stand up to Yuki Ishimura. They must have been into some really sketchy shit together. So everything's pointing back to space. 1 to 7. To get another hint. If we can. Alright, I see. Maybe I just haven't activated the flag yet. Oh! Just checking. Well, alright. Well... I guess I might just have to check every even-numbered room here, then. I'm gonna double-check, just in case. Oh. So you've come all the way here. Good work, detective. Or maybe I should call you Kamo Uehara. Forgive my late introduction. I'm the Yuki Ishimura you've been looking for. We've met before, a long time ago. Do you remember? No. I see. I guess it makes sense that you wouldn't. I was sort of one-sidedly targeting you after all. In the end, I wasn't able to adjust you guys. My boss was really mad. Oh. I'm not going to kill you here. Taking you on unarmed would be reckless. Let's get down to business. Kanako Sugaya, Natsuki Shimizu, Haruwe Kusunaga, Kaori Kumai, Genko Suda, Sawako Tokunaga, Mai Natsuyaki. I adjusted all of them. This was the result of gathering a huge number of opinions stating that I should do so. Wait. Didn't we talk to Sudo? A different Sudo? Those who disrupt order have no place in this town. Those women perpetrated all sorts of crimes, big and small. But the crimes all felt the same size to people. Conning people out of money, leaving bicycles and umbrellas in the public space, ganging up to bully people right out of town, smoking cigarettes on the balcony, setting up a murder to look like a suicide, having a barbecue on the roof. It's all the same. People only think of crimes as crimes. In densely populated places, all crimes carry the same weight. Maybe it's a bit sad that people aren't able to forgive people. But the view is really great here, isn't it? I'm protecting this town up from here on the top floor with lovely views. You've already met with Nakane, right? He is the future incarnate. You must have felt it too. He's pretty much the only human being who can create permanent peace. The pretty much part is an assumption. I have yet to meet any human who can surpass Nakane. So, anyway, in order to achieve his ideals, I made a request to the divers. Don't you think it's absolutely wonderful that people like us, who aren't considered fit for this cursed society, can become one of the most important components of fixing what's broken about the 25th Ward? We plan to turn this town into a utopia under Nakane. A place where people can feel comfortable and safe being administered. All lives in this town will be blessed. And these lives will be fulfilling and long, and then they will die. We will create a world without crime. We're working toward the same goal as you, the police. We need to keep outside elements like that Kurumizawa guy from being born. A necessary evil, necessary to uphold order in this town. That's what we are. Anyway, let's leave all the bullshit at that. Please go back to Mai Natsuyaki's room. The first room you touched. Oh. 02017. There you'll find traces of Kurumizawa. The next time we meet, I hope I'm unarmed again. Yeah, so if it's tracking what... Yeah. Okay. If it's tracking what rooms I spoke to people at, then it's definitely first one that you, interact with on each floor.